Welcome back to Gear for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 891, we're going to talk about Dorothea, the Vengeful Victim. Now, for 2 mana, we get a 4/4 flyer. That seems too good to be true. But when Dorothea attacks or blocks, sack it at the end of turn. Of course, it has Disturb. Let's look at the backside of Dorothea. It may actually come into play. So, you can play it for its Disturb cost, and it becomes an aura. Okay. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, make a 4/4 white spirit token flying, tapped and attacking. You sack it at the end of combat. And if this would be put into the graveyard from anywhere, you exile it instead, so it'll go back to our command zone if we so choose, on either form. So, this is a spirit and an enchantment, and there's been a history of those kind of meshing together. So that is kind of what I did. Let's look at our mana fixing first, shall we? Of course, we have our Soul Ring, Azorius Signet, Sky Diamond, and then some 3-drop rocks. You know, the Cluestone, Locket, and Key Rune. But now, Spirits is kind of the focus of the deck. The Draw's Call Captain here, +1/+1, and Hexproof. That is amazing. The Imperial Eagle, while not helping spirits, it is a spirit, and most of the spirits do have flying. So giving them +1, pretty good. Spectral Sailor, I mean, it is a flash flying, so it can be a surprise blocker. It does have that card draw ability, albeit 4 mana per card is a little expensive, but hey, at the end of your turn, if you're not doing anything else with your mana, might as well, right? Twin Blade Geist. Double Strike is always something that I love. The Steel-clad Spirit. Now, the last 2 Innistrad sets really helped this deck out quite a bit. Obviously, it's an Innistrad card, but we're doing this before we get into... We've got 2 or 3 here left before we get into the new Capenna decks, so... Shacklegeist, a great card. Tap 2 spirits to tap a creature you don't control. This, taps down the blocker for if you just got to get through. That Ghostly Pilfer. A little bit of card draw if you want it. Departed Deckhand. Can't be blocked this turn except by spirits. That's beautiful. Sky Spirit. Now, this is just an old one. It's just a flying first striking spirit that's both of our colors. Just an old card that y'all know I look for chances to play those. Brian Comer. Make Spirits. Azorius Herald. 2/1 can't be blocked. I kind of like that. Soul Herder. Creatures exiled. Dungeon Geist. Now this is this is maybe should have been the removal category. This is an old standby that we've used forever. They've printed forever, so we have a Spectral Arcanist, casting instant sorceries, mana value, number of spirits. So Brago, in case we need to do that blinky stuff, and Karmic Guide, in case we need to do more of that. Bringing back from the dead things. The Gallo Warden, of course, going to increase toughness. The Battleground Guy's going to increase the power. Spirit Tribe all the way, right? Sturmgeist. Power touch is equal number of cards in your hand. So that's, combat damage, draw a card is not a bad thing. Spirit of the Hearth, it's just a big, beefy flyer spirit that, grants hexproof. Why not? Ethereal Valkyrie. Draw a card, then exile a card. It becomes Foretold. That's not bad to foretell some cards that people don't expect. How many foretell cards have really made an impact on our format? What, 4? 3, 4, something like that? Unless it's a dedicated foretell deck. We all kind of know, oh, that's the board wipe, or whatever. But with this, they don't really know. Now, the Sign of Ugin is just a flying spirit, that's Now, Sire of the Storm. Back in the original Kamigawa block, there was a Spirit Arcane deal. And a lot of it was whenever you played a Spirit or Arcane, do a thing. Now, I do not have another long forgotten Gohi for the deck. That would be awesome. I did put in a Ribbons of the Rekai. Draw a card for each spirit you control. Decent at 5 mana, but it is an arcane, so that does kind of help the cause a little bit. We've got Part the Veil, an instant. That's what's beautiful here. It's an anti-board wipe. It just saves your creatures if somebody's trying to nuke them all. Eternal Dragon. Dragon Spirit comes back from the dead. Plain cycles if you need it. Then I've got Spirit Makers. Benevolent Offering's going to put you some Spirit tokens in. So is Field of Souls, Spectral Procession, Midnight Haunting. Blessed Spirits is where it starts to tie in with the enchantment theme, sub-theme, I guess it would be. It's a spirit, it likes enchantments. We have the Ghostblade Eidolon. It's an enchantment and a spirit, so that's kind of neat. I like Nico Eris for this because the shard tokens that Nico makes are enchantments. So they're token enchantments. Kind of wild. But it does help the enchantment cause, for the Sphere of Safety and Ghostly Prison. Now, any enchantment deck, if you are wanting to cast enchantments over and over, Flickering Ward may not be the best in this particular deck, but I wanted to show it off for the enchantment heavy decks for y'all. The ability to play and bring back to your hand for just 1 mana is insane. So for 2 mana, you get to trigger all of your enchantment cast abilities, and it's still back in your hand. So it is beautiful. Vow of Duty, a little bit of enchantment removal. Frozen Ether, just to shut down. No, y'all don't have haste. Ethereal Armor, Shielded by Faith. Righteous Authority is 5 mana is a tall order. I get that, but Righteous Authority's it's not bad. It's a personal Howling Mine. It's going to make whatever bigger. And then Teferi's Moat. Here again, it's an old card. Fit Our Colors as enchantment. Kind of works a little bit, I'll be honest with you. I have no clue what this card's doing in the deck. It went through the whole process. I built it. I registered it on Architect. This slot probably needs to be a Mace Enchantress. Not gonna lie. There was a point I thought about making this a Punisher style deck, and things cost more, whatnot. Spelltide Enforcer does not belong. Don't play it in this deck. I do apologize. I didn't realize it before. I just sat down to record this for y'all. Mental Note. This is a spell or a Mace Enchantress. Turn to Mist. Getting acts like a counter spell for that spot removal. Speaking of removal, let's get to it. We have a Path to Exile and a Sword of Plowshare. Kami of Ancient Law is a spirit, but it kills an enchantment, so that's not bad. Disenchant, Counterspell, Arcane Denial, Negate. I don't play a whole lot of counterspells. The counterspells that I run are typically don't mess with my stuff. That's all. I'm not gonna. Probably not going to counterspell somebody's, whatever, unless it's 1, messing with my stuff, or 2, going to win them the game. Time Wipe. Time Wipe's a really good one. Boomerang and then Wrath. Okay. Route. That's kind of neat. The ability to play it at instant speed, I like. And Martial Coup, because, sometimes it don't hurt to get some soldiers for your trouble. And our last non-land card, I have a Approach the Second Sun, just in case. It's one of those things, if I can't win any other way, hey, I'll approach, no problem. Now we're going to look at our non-basic lands. We're going to start off with the Command Tower, Rogue's Passage, Irrigated Farmland, Temple of Enlightenment, Prairie Stream, of course the Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse, Glacial Floodplain, Razortide Bridge, and the last one being the Azorus Chancery. So that is it for Dorothea. I know that there are a lot of cards in. I could have used that one Spelltithe Enforcer. I apologize. I have no clue. We're going to slate that to be... oh, I didn't put no spirit tokens in here, did I? What do you think? I'm liking using the new labeler as opposed to the old one. I still have to do it for the deck numbers. Just simply because when I'm building the deck, I have no clue what number it's going to be until I get to... Sorry, office is a mess. But 891 is going onto the wall. Start a new row. We're getting really close to 900. Always like the Centennial decks. Probably need to start building that one now. I've started, but I'm not very far in it. But I do appreciate y'all watching, and all of you new viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to see the quest, because it is been on this for a while, and it doesn't look like there's an end in sight. So I do appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. But right now, we're gonna shuffle and cut.